All right, my friends, welcome to another video, another off the top me ranting video. Honestly, that's the best videos when I just go off. I can't really do structure too much though. I have a little bit of structure in my head for this one, of course, but yeah, here we go. I hope you like the camera quality a little bit better than my usual front camera on my phone. And the lighting is a little bit better on this one. So what I want to talk about here is, of course, breakups, but I want to go a little bit deeper. How to sort of go through a breakup emotionally intelligent way. Okay, now of course this video won't be that long. I will kind of go into a little bit of it, but still I'll give a lot of valuable information here, and also give a lot of practical steps, okay, and just a way for you to look at your breakup in a better light, okay, rather than being lost in it. You can kind of fly above it and kind of see what's going on and dive into different parts of you that needs work in order to get over on the other side. I hope that makes sense, okay? So the first thing here is, when you go through a breakup and you have a really you're having a hard time with it, the first thing you need to notice is, where do you live in your life day to day emotionally? So this is not where you live like location wise. This is where you live day to day for most of your day. Which emotion do you spend your time in the most? And also, which emotions are you attached to, and which emotions do you resist? Okay, those are three things that you need to figure out as soon as you can. Now, obviously, as you do this, these three things will change, right? Because they're emotions. Emotions change all the time. But you will find out that, man, I live my life in anger. Ever since the breakup, everything pisses me off. The smallest little thing that never pissed me off before, starting to really get my nerves, right? Maybe you used to drive and you were never upset driving. Now you're driving and every little thing that goes on in the road makes you upset. Okay? So you may be in anger. Now some people may fall into fear, where they were, normal, scared of something like normal people, it's fine. But all of a sudden, since the breakup, everything scares you. Everything is attack. Everything is a threat. All you think about is all the fear from the future, or the fear from the past. You think you won't be able to survive without that person. You may be afraid of, they may be happier, they may have moved on. Everything that you see and think is through the lens of fear. Okay? Same thing with the person who's angry. They see everything through the lens of anger. So everything is sort of a trigger for them to be angry. You may fall into victimhood, right? So this person is in grief. This person, all they think about is, poor me, poor me. And maybe they go to work now and something happens at work and they go, poor me, I knew this was going to happen for me. They think about their relationship with their ex and their situation. Poor little me, I knew this was going to happen to me. Oh my God, I knew the world is so cruel to me. Oh my God, poor little me. And you may even fall into what I've learned to call apathy, which is where you're just emotionally distant. You don't feel anything anymore, right? This person is usually like vacant in the eyes. They're just like this. You tell them, hey, you wanna go to McDonald's, you wanna go out to eat, you wanna go for a drink, you wanna go hang out, and they're just like, no, I'm good. I don't feel like doing anything. They're emotionally vacant, right? They have no emotions, almost. And it's not that they don't have any emotions. It's just they resist all of it, and they will be very drained. You'll see like they're just drained, even though they have not done anything throughout the day. They're completely drained, and you may relate to this too. Okay. So my reason of explaining all of that was, after your breakup, you have to see which emotion do you see yourself looking through like a lens, because that may be your state. And once you know which state you're in, whether it's apathy or grief or anger or fear, once you know that, then you know what the problem is here, so you can apply a solution to get out of that and move up in life. Now you might be like, well, I'm really happy after my breakup. I guess you shouldn't watch this video. You should skip to another one. I don't know if you should be on this if you're really happy. If you are, that's great. But that's the first step, is figuring out where are you day to day in your emotional life. Okay. And the second thing you want to figure out is which emotions you're. Sorry, my throat is having a little issue. Which emotion are you resisting, and which emotions are you attached to that you're chasing? Okay. So after a breakup, what do we chase usually? We chase the emotions that come with validation from others, right? We go through a breakup, what do? Find other people that we can get validations from. We can get that feedback like, yeah, you're great, you're awesome, oh yeah, I feel so good. We are chasing that feeling. What else do we chase? We chase the touch of another person. We crave another person, right? So we try to connect to other people that are not as good, but still gets you that hit of that feeling, right? So you're attached to that feeling, that feeling of security, the feeling of that touch and love and comfort and connection. So you're attached to that, so you're chasing that, and then you're resisting all of the other things that go with the breakup, right? So your breakup may have caused you to, feel a lot of pain and fear and anger and all those things that I've talked about. And instead of going towards those feelings and dealing with them in a normal behavior, what we do is we resist all of that, and we try to distract ourselves with different things. So we distract ourselves through getting other people to like us. We get to we go traveling. Let's go traveling. I just broke up with my boyfriend. Let's go traveling. We distract ourselves with that. We watch TV, we watch movies, we don't get out of bed, we eat, drink, do drugs, we do everything to resist all those emotions that we're running away from, and distract them, suppress them, numb them. Those are things we do just naturally, because we've never been taught the things I'm going to tell you here, right? So what to do here? What do we do? Like I said, the first thing is you gotta find where do you live day to day. That's the big one. Second thing is, wherever you live, like I said, victimhood or anger or grief, victimhood, anger, fear, or apathy. Wherever you live, you're probably there stuck because you're resisting those emotions, right? So you're stuck in anger. It's probably because things make you angry, and instead of going to feel what comes up, the trigger, and breathing into it, you run away from it. Not physically, but mentally. Distract yourself. Or you express that anger, right? I'm so fucking frustrated with you, when you feel a little bit better, right? But you just express that enough for that trigger, that feeling to go down a little bit, and then you go to the day and you have enough to explode again, and then it goes down, then it goes back up, explode again, you go down. So that's not the way to do it. The way to do this is to sit down in a chair with your back straight, close your eyes, think about the things that make you angry, trigger those feelings in your body, and breathe into them like this. Just like that. To make it even better, sit down, think about the things that make you angry. I'm gonna do this right now in front of you, just to give you an example, right? So I'm gonna close my eyes, and this is what I do day to day, by the way. I do this by myself. I actually do this every day, right? So I close my eyes. I just say, let me think of something that makes me angry. Thinking about this person that made me really angry, and I still have a little bit of anger left from that incident. I'm gonna think about this person, and this person betrayed me. And I'm gonna think about him, feel certain emotions. Let go of that feeling. Okay, now I feel so better, so much better already. So that's how you kind of do it. Now you do this with fear, anger, victimhood, everything. So you feel what's there for it to kind of process, and you let go of it. That's the natural process of emotions, but we resist a lot of it. Okay, so to do this right, now that's the exercise, but to do this right, to do this effectively, what I highly suggest is when you're in that breakup and that chaos, it's hard to know. It's hard to know where you are, right? Because you're in it, so you don't really know. You're not detached enough to know, right? Sometimes. So the best thing to do is journal. Journal your thoughts. As you journal your thoughts and you read them over, you'll get the feel of where you are. Just journal the thoughts, narrate, like whatever that chatter, that voice in your head is saying. No filter, put it out there, write it down. And when you read it, when you like maybe do a page or half a page, when you read it, you will know where you are. You will know if it's victimhood, you will know if it's anger or fear or joy or excitement or wherever you are in the scale of emotions. You will know, right? Once you know it, you know what to dive deep into and feel, and let it out. And once you do this, once you feel those feelings, they'll go away, right? They'll go away. And you'll stop resisting them. And another thing I'll say, that emotions you're attached to, that you're running towards, like joy and happiness and all that, right after your breakup, it'll come with time, but those emotions of joy and happiness and peace, those emotions are the byproduct of letting go of these negative emotions that you're gonna stop resisting, feel, breathe into the exercise I told you. Once you've done those enough and you've dealt with those emotions, there's nothing to feel but joy. Those are byproduct. Stop chasing it. It will come with time. You chasing it will not bring it any faster. Yeah, you may have a duplicate of those emotions by doing drugs and drinking and going out there and partying and getting validation from other people. Yeah, that will produce the fake versions of it. But how long does that last? 2 days, 1 hour? When you get high, you're not high after 2 hours, and that feeling goes away. I'm talking about permanent feelings of peace and calm. Those come once you let go of these negative emotions. Okay? And if you also want to get a better read of where you are, which emotions you're resisting and you need to face, you can get your friends, your family members, someone you trust, someone you know, someone you talk to a lot throughout this period. You can ask them, hey, where do you think I am? Like, do you think I'm a victim? I'm feeling like a victim here. Do you think I'm feeling like an angry person here or a fearful person? What am I feeling here when I talk to you? And they'll tell you, you come across very angry these days. You come across very fearful these days, and you were never like that, or whatever, right? Once you know it, now you know where you are, and start resisting, stop denying, and really let those emotions take over. Let those feelings just take over. Start resisting it. Turn that chatter off. Go down to what's going on. Let it come up. It'll automatically come up. You don't have to do anything. And just breathe and let it take over. And if it's really hard for you, if it's really intense, get a person to maybe hold your hand and while you do this, because you will cry and a lot will come up. And the last thing I just want to say here is the hardest part here will be letting go of the judgment of emotions, because if you're a person that doesn't cry and this breakup making you cry, you'll have a lot of resistance and judgment towards crying, and you will be like, well, I'm not gonna cry because I don't cry over people who hurt me. Okay, it's not about that person, it's about you. You're blocking human nature, human development here. Okay, no emotions are bad emotions. All emotions are good and natural, and every human being wants to cry and wants to feel fear in their lifetime, and will fear and will cry in their lifetime. Whether you resist that urge or you let it take over, that will determine how peaceful you get. If you have this urge of crying and you don't cry because you think it's not manly and things like that, and you have judgment of crying, good luck with your peace. Good luck. It's like you have a feeling of thirsty and you never want to drink because it's not manly to drink, and then you die and you're like, what happened? you know that was a bad example. But some people have with guys it's mostly crying, but with females I've noticed is anger. But it could be guys too, it could be anyone, but I've noticed a lot of people have trouble feeling angry because they were raised in a household where anger was a disrespectful emotion, and it was not to be expressed. And it's like, what are you talking about? Anger is a part of human beings. Crying is a part of human beings. You can never take that away. You can resist that urge, but you're setting yourself up for a very miserable life. So a lot of those people who are like this all the time and they're never angry, they have a lot of anger inside of them, and I can bring it out like that. I can bring anger out like that. And it's because it's right there. Because they've been suppressing all that anger for so long, it's like right there. It's like, comes out. It's like no problem. So let go of the judgment of, being angry is bad. Being sad is bad. Crying is bad. Being fearful is bad. All these fucking things. Get rid of that judgment. All emotions are very good for you. All emotions are telling you something. So start resisting those emotions and let them take over, and feel them and let them go. I'm not saying express anger. I'm not saying cry in front of a crowd. But when you're home alone, you have to go face those feelings. They're gonna fucking haunt you. They're not gonna leave you alone just because you don't wanna face them. They're gonna come back. They're gonna bite you little by little. It's like a death by 1,000 cuts. So stop judging those emotions. Love them. Be happy you have those emotions. Because guess what? If you don't have these emotions, have you ever seen those people that are on TV or criminals? Criminals don't have guilt, right? Not all of them, but a lot of those psychopaths, like Ted Bundy, man, that guy has like no guilt, no shame, no human empathy. So be happy, because if you didn't have these emotions, you would have done something stupid. If you didn't have guilt, you would have killed people and have felt nothing. If you didn't have fear, then you would just walk without looking both sides of the road. You just walk, because what's stopping you? If you're by yourself and you're edge of a cliff, what's stopping you from jumping over? Fear, right? And with anger, when someone crosses your boundary, you get angry. Well, that anger is telling you, hey, someone just crossed over your boundary, and you need to take care of this. If you didn't have anger and somebody just treats you like a doormat and you don't have an anger and you're just like, yeah, treat me like a doormat, and people just walk all over you, how would you ever stand up for yourself? You will never know. You want to know. These emotions tell us, hey, this is not right. Go fix it. Right? And when you do that, now you're excited and joy and happy again. Right? No judgment. I'm going to end the video here because we're going for like 20 minutes now. I hope this helps. If you have any questions, post it in the comments. You can email me at faraz@authenticfaraz.com, in link in the description. Join my free Facebook group where it's just, I make these videos, but I'll answer your questions making a video like this and really helping you out with your pinpoints and little problems you may have. I'll give you the exact answer you need. So join my Facebook group, link in the description. Email me at faraz@authenticfaraz.com for a free call. And that's about it. I'll see you soon, and take care. Sayonara.